Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, them on them waste, must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got in a figure you. Take the skin from money, got and say that is not you. On the head, the man above him, look him, I got a bet. Too much eat in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a teeth.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. We already promise it, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our river. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On they treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
How them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't.
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for we in Global TV. Check it.
Morning, good afternoon, morning. Tiredness a kill me. Summer come back today. And I got cycle and I just come back home tired. That's why I'm even late. But with all of what we hear yesterday, and the amount of interest what we have to go pay then, you might as well do something to distract you and occupy your mind from the extra added stress. We minister everything put by the Jamaica people last night to my community of parity and all my family members. Good morning, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers and subscribers, commenters and trolls. Good morning. If you're on the UK timeline, good afternoon. Welcome to the Global Television broadcast. We have a question for the loan shark today. And we are going to flip through few things. Natalia Freeman, good morning. Elaine Turner, Beat and Teach. Paula Shelley. Norman Ferguson, Gloria Morris, Jason Kane, Michelle Lewis Wilson God's Gift, Marcia Este, Mandela Strength, Sheena Kelly, Sharon Bernard, Veteran, Abinasa Cody, Cousin Jamie Simpson, Sunshine, how are you all doing? Yvonne Riley, Donette, Elijah B., Muriel King, Jason Kane, Joan Bailey, Country Girl 84, Christopher, Patricia Matthews, Annie Jones, Christine Gilbert, the unstoppable one, sorry, Tyler Hayes, Bros, Malika Hartman, Kevin Davis, Lorraine Barrett. Morning. Oh, no, shock. But call the United Nations, call Britain, call America, call Canada, call everybody and tell them, say, we want clarification. Because what we hear and never what we expect. One government can wicked so. One somebody. Remember, say, 2 weeks ago now, we count up money out there. You don't have to go help me with the checking because I know me done. But from the Caribbean catastrophe, cyclone and tropical, what's it rather, we get 2.5 billion this or don't. And we get 2.5 million US from the United Nations. We're also getting a part of £500,000. We're getting a fraction of £500,000 pledged by Britain. I'm not sure yet how much the United States and Canada say them a give. Cousin Myrna, how you do? No shock. I mean, when everybody in a them was a part of despair, broke down, mash up, drop off, pop off, the Prime Minister and him friend them will walk and set up account for big money, east, west, north, and south, to help you, the Jamaica people, out of a disaster. The Prime Minister turned around to last night saying everybody will go through the destruction and go qualify. We're not saying the whole country is qualifying a Prime Minister. We're not misinterpreting you. We're saying, Prime Minister, that you said not everybody that is hit by this catastrophe will get assistance. Apart from that, money is taken out of the National Housing Trust. There is the money that was already put aside for disaster relief, the disaster emergency fund, and there's two major funds where they might draw money from. Those money are generally put aside for disaster. Beat and teacher, anybody else who remember, help me with them two funds. One of those funds related to ADPEM, the disaster emergency fund or something, but there's money that is set aside in those funds to assist the country in a disaster. Now, when you tally up all of the money there, how the government get to the lending part is my big problem. What me want to find out, though, Prime Minister, who stand to gain out of these loans? the government or the banks? Who stand to gain out of these loans, the government or the banks? Don't ever imagine said this, me know everybody never go get help, you know. Me know them they are go dry it out until everybody get tired, you know. But to hear the government, after collecting so much money from international donors, after receiving Caribbean catastrophe insurance, there is a disaster relief fund in Jamaica, John Bailey. Trust me, they have that there. It's just wickedness, one-man government wicked. Look here, don't know, and to take over Ministry of Health was a portfolio ministry. And to take it over, I him a report to we now. Ministry of Money. Ministry of Money is a portfolio ministry. You know, say Andrew, rather than Nigel Clark and Chris Tufton stand at the dispatch box yesterday and give way the update and outline to the country what is going to happen and how they're going to do it, how the country is going to spend the money. You don't see who come do it. Prime Minister everything, Minister of everything, Minister of everything. You know, say dictatorship. When you see a one man run every ministry, a one man come out, come update you, a one man ban, can't you all see? So we're in a full-blown dictatorship where the rest of them just dead as a showcase or as a figure and the whatnot. But actually, at the dust broom alone rule the whatnot. You can't sit down and make Andrew Wholeness take free money and lend on you. Who stand to gain out of that? What is the interest? Debbie Jervis look like she busy this morning. How much interest the people that have to go pay upon the loan? The Prime Minister is saying to you all, una wrong for have house and shop, you know. Una should have one of the two. Or una wrong for make hurricane mash up both your house and shop. Because as the Prime Minister was explaining his grant last night, you will have to choose whether you accept the grant to repair your roof or you accept the grant to repair your small business. And that's the choice we have, you know. Yeah. And that's why it's even more important that nobody in the diaspora donate a penny to the government or anyone affiliated to the government. Not even a penny. As I tell you from one night, is a bunch of money launderers. Abenasa Cody, how are you? Is a bunch of money launderers and scammers encamping Brittany L around Jamaica people in a them worst time, Violet Watson. In our worst time, you have a fleet. I mean, no, someone are going to lick me this morning, but me come here with broad back. Mark Golden, I'm rather surprised of you. To have listened Mark Golden and not hear any pushback from you when Andrew Wholeness come tell Jamaica people say, the money when we get for help, you know, the money where people give out a graciousness for help, you know. Me I go take a loan to, you know, and gear it garner interest off of it. I expected Mark Golden to push back on that. And I don't know why PNP would have a problem in me saying Mark Golden should have pushed back on that, unwilling to pay the tax on the free money. Not one red cent to go to the government or any private sector affiliated with the government. No bank, no embassy, no consular, no nothing at all. Help your community, help your family. And them are go left by the wayside. And them now go get support from government because me know say Colonel Charles I go tell you to submit to the bank statement. And if Colonel Charles says you have 2 shilling in our bank statement, you now go qualify. You see this long yardstick of bureaucracy. This long yardstick of bureaucracy, the Prime Minister explained last night. You think we're really going to get anywhere with these loans or grants? Mr. Price Mark never said anything. You me don't know how Mark sit down and allow Andrew to heap up them your destruction for already desolate people. And Mark Golden don't have no words about it. Mark Golden don't have no pushback on it. Mark Golden, I'm surprised. You need to come tell the public, Mark Golden, Agency Driver 5, how you do. You need to come tell the public why you stand at the dispatch box last night and did not object to the Prime Minister loaning donated money to Jamaicans, insurance money that Jamaica taxpayers fund is being loaned back to them. Mark Golden, this is not acceptable. That I tell me, say you wouldn't do the same thing too. If you turn up there and say them I take free money, Colin Jones, I take free money and lend away. A lot of citizens don't have bank statements. It's very difficult to achieve. Listen here, the government, Brittany, Colin, sorry, them are up penway with bureaucracy to the point when none of will get fed up and do it on our own. Me remember Gilbert. Me never that Jamaica in the head storm them, but me did that in a Gilbert. And me remember the kicking the can down the road till the can dent up and rusty and nothing still never happened. And when you find out where the labor right, them never thief out of the Gilbert relief, and when them hand over to the labor them in a 89, 90, and the PMP them in a 1990, this was zinc tar thief. This was zinc tar thief. And this was Gilbert, zinc and nail and all sort. Walk and sell by a politician. So we know the whole on. We're not surprised. We expect. Hold on, the global TV. We are the opposition. It look like them jinx them when them in a parliament and make them can't chat. May I tell you because me surprised last night. I told me the act for the Prime Minister. So last night, me never asked Mark Golden, what the shit is this, Mark Golden? What the hell is this that you can turn up at the dispatch box? Heard the Prime Minister loaning relief money, loaning donation, loaning insurance money that Jamaican taxpayers paid for. And Mark Golden don't say nothing. And PMP would have upset if Mr. Mark Golden is bloody weak and spineless, because that is spinelessness and weakness. If at the worst time for Jamaica people, you as a government in waiting, you as an opposition, can't turn up and say to the Prime Minister, not here, not now. The people don't need this. Why we have opposition for the Mark Golden? Like talk truth. What is the purpose? If not for now, if not for circumstances like these, what the purpose for? Yes, Mark Golden may be doing a lot that we praise him for, Vernon Adams, but there are things when it comes to the robust stepping up, Mark Golden always fall down there. So Mark Golden is strategic. Yes, he is. Give that to him. when it comes to the on your feet thinking, the right here and now, Mark Golden always make it slip. Ask yourself the question, why? A whole heap of big thing will need to be dealt with here and now. Slip. And we can't ignore it because that's why they are there. That's why they are elected, to stand up for it and to oppose against government bullshit. Far as there is. To oppose against government bullshit. Shade Oban Iris, Don Fox, Keith Matthews. Mark Golden is showing weakness. This is the time we need robustness from Mark Golden. We're not asking Mark Golden to play politics. But what the Prime Minister said at the dispatch box yesterday needed a robust response, a robust pushback, a robust criticism from the opposition leader. It did not come. I didn't hear Mark Golden use a word about the loans. Willie Don, how are you? We have to be truthful. We need strong opposition. We have a brutal and ruthless government. You understand? Blessing, how are you? We have a brutal and ruthless government. We need a strong opposition in the face of a brutal, ruthless, and tyrannical government. Until we can get rid of it, we need strong opposition. Mark Golden keep falling down. I mean, now go keep me mouth a dot. Hazel, good morning. Me now go keep me mouth a dot. We should have had a strong, robust pushback from the opposition yesterday when the thieving Prime Minister came out and talked about loaning Jamaican people money from, that them get from international donors for relief effort, loaning Jamaicans money that Jamaicans pay in Jamaican taxpayers money pay catastrophe bond, the Caribbean catastrophe bond money. The Prime Minister goes as far as telling us the fact that you're affected, Winston Burton, Shanka B. Wagwan, the fact that you're affected by the hurricane doesn't mean that you're going to get assistance. Did you not hear that? Did you not hear? Say, the fact that you're affected by the hurricane no means say I will get assistance. A scenario that exists right here and now is you have people who have their house and their small business, which is a corner shop, as the Prime Minister would have it done now. The Prime Minister is telling you that if your roof fly off, which happens, and if your shop damage, which happens, we can't help you with it too. Ainsworth Williams. We cannot help you with the two. If you qualify to get help with your ceiling, with your roofing, you're not qualified to get help with your shop. Farmers! Money a lend. Hey, Jesus. We broke down for a long while, you know. You know, say it's the broken down of Jamaica this year. You remember Biden spoke about Jamaica becoming Haiti. You remember Donald Trump spoke about Jamaica being an S-hole country. Do you not see where Andrew's agenda is going? Do Do you not see? Is it Lady Golden's birthday today? Do you not all see where this is going? Andrew is bringing Jamaica to its knees. Andrew is crushing the Jamaican economy. Andrew is dumbing down the Jamaican people. Andrew speaks to the Jamaican people. I didn't want Drayton or Crawford to shut down Andrew. Uno notice, uno did see Nigel did in a parliament yesterday. I remember me see the kin teeth dog. Uno did see him. You see the money where the Prime Minister come X with. Under the full of ropes over you hear the Prime Minister pan yesterday. The bit about education, favor should have been at the dispatch box explaining that. The money spending, how the money is going to be spent, Nigel should be at the dispatch box explaining that. The bit where explain about the money we are going to repairing or whatever in the healthcare, the Minister of Health, the sick mode, doctor of death. Well, from boy, they take care and lick him in the forehead. And injure just a move, just a run up and down. All about a Dr. Tough dancer. I just in a forehead, the boy take the care and lick him in up. And then the injure start from Dr. Death mouth sick. So what you heard that man was explaining yesterday, that's Dr. Death's responsibility, but from we hear about the relationship between Nigel Dunn and the Duppy them. Uno notice, uno no hear about, uno no see, I hear about Nigel. The conch just hauling and shell so. From we hear Morris Williams, you're there alive today. Me always intrigued by your comments sometime in the after chat. First, me see you on the live, Morris Williams morning. What baby said, when people get the money. Listen here, it is getting worse, Jamaica. It is getting worse. We have what is called a prime minister, a minister of everything. That is how our government is run, Lawrence Beckford, by one man, minister of everything. From Dr. Tufton, from we hear how Dr. Tufton just a walk and a issue COVID money so to chink mat hag and dog. Them bun down parliament. From Dr. Tufton try bun down parliament and his gas canister bun off Dr. Tufton and now we find out Evan Green. Dr. Tufton gone in a silence. You can't hear nothing from ministry of work because government take life but bug life. Far over talking, put over working, and bug life don't know nothing about working. Wanna see how the country crash? Wanna notice for Andrew HOLNESS order investigation in a Tufton galangin. Wanna notice Tufton put down on naughty step to sit down? This is the question I'm asking Morris. Who is going to gain from these loans? I don't think, well, I think Andrew pull a scam power with me. Not think the IMF have nothing to do with it. Me want to know who are going to gain if it's the government or the government private sector friend them. Carmen Forrest, who are going long time in a see Russ Edward. Well, you say you're still in Jamaica, Carmen. What area of Jamaica you there and how the relief effort are going and how was that area battered by burial? But the Prime Minister, JC, the Prime Minister assault on the people by loaning relief money. Want to check up the amount of money where they get. Remember me saying, is it 2.5 billion from the Caribbean catastrophe insurance galangin? Colleen Darmer, 2.5 million from the US, from the United Nations. Britain donated £500,000, which will be split between, I think, the 3 disaster hit countries in the Caribbean. We don't hear how much America get money-wise. We don't hear about price. We know like Global Medic and Red Cross in Canada are doing an awful lot. Even if we don't hear the government talk about it, people like Red Cross and Global Medic and them people, they are doing an awful lot. The issue we have is, I'm here for 1 month now and I don't see a rubbish truck. Kiss me backside. And Prime Minister tell we last night about dengue. That is what I was meant to, one of the things I was meant to pick up the Prime Minister upon last night. The infestation with the Jamaica Labour Party have across the country for about 3 years now, Prime Minister. You see that rubbish galang in here. Beat and teach, correct me if me wrong. And about 3 years ago, you let the talk say, about 2 to 3 years ago, you let the talk say, anywhere rubbish pile up, a PNP people live there. This rubbish pile up were gone a long time. So for the Prime Minister come and give way dengue warning and dengue advice, Prime Minister, get your department to clear your government to clear the infestation. Clear the infestation across the country. Rather than you come and give away your dunce dengue advice, your weatherman, your finance man, your minister of works, your minister of chatting, minister of telling lies, minister of thieving, minister of sexual harassment, Prime Minister. I come give with dengue advice. Go and clean up your infestation, your 8 years of infestation, Prime Minister. Go and clean up your 8 years of infestation, and then dengue will not bother we. You worse than dengue. We have never had where we dengue have never. What you have brought to the country, Prime Minister? What you have brought to the country, we never have it on dengue and we never have it on COVID. Let me tell you, you are the worst. You water and burial. We have been through several storms. Burial is the worst one, putting 51 storm aside where we tough summer with enough of we there. Never ban yet I remember 51 storm. You are the worst thing that has ever come to Jamaica, Prime Minister. Not even 51 storm is as devastating as you. Burial in our lifetime, Prime Minister, surpass you with grace. Because Ainsworth, at least Burial did have mercy. Our government out here with the nice. At least Burial did have mercy upon we, that despite the destruction Burial heaped upon we, the loss of life was minimal, always observing how you do. The loss of life was minimal. What Andrew is doing to the people in the relief effort, whole heap of people are got stress and then blood pressure and diabetes and all sorts are got affected. And you, Andrew Holness, are going to end up killing off Jamaicans in a disgalanging because of your thievery. You, Andrew Holness, is going to allow Jamaicans to die from infection and bacteria because you have allowed the country to become mosquito and rat infested because of your lack of and you're doing nothing at all. Criminal Prime Minister. And to top that off, Andrew Holness take money was sent from international donors to assist Jamaicans in their worst time, the worst atrocity, us living Jamaicans, in living memory, for most of us can remember. And what did the Prime Minister do? Use genuine help from others to sideline the Jamaican people and to continue to enrich themselves. Something can go so. Something can go so. Politics is being played with the very relief effort and everything. Flight Green, wicked liar thief in Flight Green, where I'm thiefing Anne-Marie Vaz, a cousin. Remember, you don't have the support of the leavies them. The leavy them tap back on in a politics now. The leavies them influence, die out in St. Elizabeth. You think Flight Green, you can cross it at the next general election. Flight Green, we are playing politics with South St. Elizabeth people. Flight Green will only all of the support will come to St. Elizabeth. Flight that diverted to Junction. The government and Flight Green, Digicel, go assist people. The government want go on like a them and Digicel in a partnership. Food of the poor, go around our community, go assist people. JPS conjure up with food of the poor, go around there and give out food package and them something there. Backwards. Why JPS at this critical point, Millicent Barrett, at this critical point, how JPS are going to get involved in a food handing out? Food of the poor, if they can get volunteer. Food of the poor can go get people from the church. Food of the poor, James, can go get volunteer to help them. Why JPS a team up with food of the poor, hand out food package? Does JPS not have bigger and greater priority on their hands rather than walking out and handing food package to look good? Everything is being played in politics. Me hear say Flight Green coming in my community, and Flight Green only go to a section of the community where be Labour voters did so. The section of the community where no vote Labour, don't see Flight Green yet, don't see Derek Sangster yet. They may have come into the community, but they haven't been throughout the community. They've been to their Labour stronghold in the community. A be politics and entanglement are going. Do you think you are going to cross it at the next general election, Flight Green? The whole I know a pies and cute. The whole I know. Merrick Lambert, how are you? The whole honor. The whole honor is against the people. The whole honor play politics. So that means a Flight Green, Rohan Williams. I see him, so the relief, them I go. You only care about the Labour strongholds because Treasure Beach and Flaggerman and them place there, a Labour stronghold. All of the help will come to most of the help will come to St. Elizabeth. Flight Green is diverting it to Treasure Beach and Junction and Southfield, where the pretty skin and good hair people them there. The deaf people them like Anne-Marie Vaz. The criminal them like Anne-Marie Vaz. At this so, Flight a poster boy for. But when Flight start lending no money, because members say we dominate farming and particularly up the version there St. Elizabeth, dominate farming. When Flight left on a high and dry, I don't have to go borrow money from Flight Green and pay interest. I wonder how it will go, Marcia Stewart, across the constituency. What the Prime Minister stood, thank you very much because we want the case get rid of you. The Prime Minister's speech at the dispatch box last night was the biggest election defeat for the Prime Minister come next September. The Prime Minister's speech, try and rub it out if we not can, at the dispatch box last night is the Prime Minister's biggest election defeat come next September. I'm aware, Prime Minister, You are doing everything possible, every trick you're pulling out of the book in order to repair your credibility to call a snap election. It is why that you have become Prime Minister one, Prime Minister all, and Prime Minister everything. Hmm? Minister one, Minister all, and Minister everything. Because you're on a drive to repair your credibility, to call a snap general election and tell the world how much Andrew Holness loves the poor. I mean, you love the poor and you take people free money and lend the poor. I love the poor, but I hate poverty. Make it make sense, Prime Minister. Hmm? Make it make sense. You don't understand what is called priority. What you understand is what is called dirty politics. You don't understand nothing more. But I want to flick through Wayne Evans a few things that I did want to talk about last night. So as we said to you that we've got update on the chair, we've got a video on it. But I've also, as I showed you, it's in operation. There's also another chair. This one, unlike you would see the white garden chair affixed to that one, because me here say, all the government want is an old wheelchair frame, and the government will make shift it into what they want. So this wheelchair now, if you look at the back of it, this one is held up by belts and straps. Belts and straps. This is one you hold up by. Enough of them, Tash. I heard that this is the norm at Kingston Public Hospital, at the one a man thing be there, where they mash up and can fix back. Me hear say them wheelchair are the norm and them quite popular across the country. Dr. Tufton, the question is, doctor, how much does this cost the taxpayer? And how much of this should be and can be reducted from the non-reporting of your 8 years of appropriations account, doctor? How much? Remember, look at this one. This one have the veranda chair affixed. The garden chair, we don't call them the veranda chair. This one you have the garden chair affixed to it. Notice well. But when you carry on, you notice this one doesn't have the garden chair affixed to it, but how it was explained to me that it's belt and straps, Sharon Peart, that hold up the back of that one, tie up, ching up government. Tie up and ching up government. Given that there's 700 billion missing from the Ministry of Health, unaccounted for, they would call it, or not adequately reported, they would call it. We want to know how much these wheelchairs cost the taxpayers. Dr. Daz, we don't want to know about ICU bed and ventilators. Leonard Reed, Kemar Johnson. We want to know about all the other apparatus that makes our hospital works as a hospital. So while you're going around documenting what's not there, and we want to know about chairs and bed as well. Because me here say, under KPH, if you're not careful, you will drop off of the rickety bed them. Jamaican TV, not Jamaican TV, sorry. Jamrock 8766. Me here say, if you're not little careful, a Kingston Public Hospital, me here say the bed them, a KPH, worse around than the chairs. And we're putting out an appeal to Jamaican people across the country. Send us images from the hospital, the police, everywhere. Send it to us. Because, like how them have money, for fix things, them can use some of the thief in money. Remember, them have a hope of thief in money now, But then again, the Prime Minister have an expensive election to buy. The Prime Minister have an expensive election to buy. The Prime Minister have a lot of cronies in his office to buy out, like the Director of Election, the political ombudsman, the electoral commissioners, and all sorts. The Prime Minister have him buying money. The Prime Minister go on him buying street now. And when the Prime Minister makes sure an invoice of election buying is complete, perhaps your Uncle Coates Noreen, the Prime Minister will call a snap election because he have already put down a money on it. That money, though, Jamaicans, that money, I did for help you. When you see what happened in Spanish Town yesterday, flood rain. So tell me, Minister Bug Life, the drain them clean? The how much tara about a money? Where them go to clean the drain? The drain them clean? If drain did clean, a whole Spanish Town could have flood out so. Uno say a play galangin. Everything we're happening in Parliament a play galangin. And Jamaica people just sit down, pan them two hands so, allowing one man and 40 had silenced people to destroy the country. Nobody in a Labour Party no feel they must push back. Labour backbenchers don't have no backbone. The opposition don't have no backbone. And we're just at the mercy of a tyrannical dictator. And that's what Jamaica, the most rebellious country, reach. But then, if a them a wheelchair we have, where else we're going? And then when Donald Trump called it a shithole country, we want to argue about, is this not shithole-ism? Is our Prime Minister taking donor money, lending us, is not shithole-ism? Wholeness is wrecking the country. Ransford McLean. This Prime Minister is destroying the country. And soon, all our way as a people, drop the political partisanship and come together to save Jamaica. We are going down hole. Not on the dark hole too. Look down we wheelchair them. You see, because and say, Master Picnic them, white people, private investor, rich people, those affiliates of the 1% are we? Prime Minister Andrew Holness has indicated that changes might be necessary to legislate under the Jamaica Public Service Company, how the Jamaica Public Service Company operates. Wholeness was reacting to a director of Caloria, whatever her name, in hotel in Negril, Sophia Grizzle Rommel, who suggested that an amendment be done to JPS Act that would make it illegal to plant or have a tree growing under the power line. Hey, go shatter. You see, because white people say it, rich people say it, private sector investors say it, I'm thinking about it. But what about the Prime Minister? Implement in law that JPS, the money where them rob from, where them use it and upgrade the system so the system can withstand a brutal category 5. Why, Prime Minister, legislate said JPS to install with systems underground, given where we're going forward with climate change and the worsening of our weather condition? Should it not be that you're legislating to upgrade our infrastructure, looking at putting our infrastructure underground? Why are only rich and white people no can panda find in Jamaica? Where did honestly rich people and white people spill them blood for Jamaica? Why is only rich and white people get catered to in Jamaica? Well, we know somebody too. We know somebody picking it. We not come from nowhere. We not deserve nothing. Why is it that only white people and them picking it, only rich people and them picking it get catered to in Jamaica? Real sweet. It's unsensible too, no? The Prime Minister willing to make it law, so if you plant tree near line wire, but the Prime Minister not think say, me if you think broader than that and make it in law say, Jamaica's infrastructure need to be upgraded. Jamaica's infrastructure need to be installed underground because it would provide us more protection in a storm. Don't, dummy, still out. Puppet for white people, puppet for rich people, puppet for investors, puppet for the Chinese. That's what I'm saying now, man. This is what the Prime Minister should be looking into. Removing our systems underground. Removing our systems underground. If you don't know the skill, ask Britain, they can teach you. I want to parents them, I want to call it on the mother country. Yeah? On the mother country. Ask the mother country to teach you how to put things underground. Criminality. Everything we are going wrong with a criminality. What will the day after the next general election be like in Jamaica? It will be euphoric. That's one of the first things. People will be happy to see the back of the devil, as we have never interacted with it before. I know that for one. It will be euphoric and people will have a relief. But then me, the next day, me buckle up to tackle the new government if they come in and play the uniparty style, where the whole of them come in and carry on figure, but have done very little to improve life for us. That's the truth. What else we want to talk about? Okay. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has indicated that he's currently mulling in possibility of using government new social housing program to assist the country restoration effort from the devastation of Hurricane Beryl. Dexim enrich themselves, gain wealth out of contributors' money. When this Andrew Holness gave him friend from Dexim 650 million of your taxpayer money, Herbert Tuesday, to go enrich himself. We only got back 20 million in interest on that 650 million. Backed up by a sweetheart deal we cannot know about. But the same people them will pay the tax, and them wholeness and lend back money to. You see the social housing, the social housing nonsense that the Prime Minister keep talking about? Nothing don't go so people, I don't say social housing, go believe you me. Lynn Barnett, how are you? I don't say social housing go. Never mind the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister just walk and use things. Remember, I say, but then again, the Prime Minister tell we in the chucking galang, you know. Say, remember, I'm the one in the country bright. Remember, say, even the dunce one, them were got university and all of the upper echelons and techelons and terrechelons. When they see the same thing them on social media, they have to call me and ask if something goes. So me one bright, and me one a minister of finance, and me one a minister of dunce, and me one a minister of talking, me a minister of thieving, me a minister of share it up, and me a minister of it all. Minister everything. One person running a whole country, minister of everything, Kenny Gale. Minister of everything, nobody else mouth can open. Debbie Jervis busy this morning. Nobody mouth can open. Minister of everything, control everything. Jamaicans don't say even under wholeness. The broader Labour Party is under siege by one criminal. Don't see it. So the Labour Party is under siege. Well, a lot of people have been welcoming this rule in the People's National Party, the family, civil society groups. They are welcoming the ruling, the unconstitutionality of Kensington Primary, which barred a young lady from coming to school because of her Rastafarian. But I'm yet to hear the Rastafarian community, though. Maybe they have said, and I have not seen or heard Maureen's song. Maybe they have said, and I have not seen or heard. But I have not heard or seen anyone from the Rastafarian community coming out and hailing victory to the ruling. I don't know. I really don't know, because the whole of them soft and ton flower pop overnight, flower pop dreads, flower pop rastas, all on the soft and putty like spoiled flower pop. And anybody else says spoiled flower pop, it means them can't cook. What a day that will be when in Jamaica we see such convictions. What a day that will be when we see politicians get convicted in Jamaica. Do you think that will ever happen? That's why you see America. I would never live in that country because I'm afraid of gun, and afraid gun just a walk and a pint up in my face. So there's a lot of things why I wouldn't live in America. But when it comes to rule of law in America, when it comes to separation of powers in politics, you have to look to America for these things, because it doesn't exist in Britain. It doesn't exist in the rest of the world. Because you see, no matter how you're high and mighty in America, the rule of law applies to you. It really does. We have seen in the phase that we use in the legal system, justice must not only be done, but justice must be seen to be done. And America, regardless of my opposition to the American system, is an example of that. Douglas added, when you care how high and mighty you is, you will be answerable to the justice system. This is a good point, Douglas. Members say, this prime, hey, take sleep, man, that too. Remember when Bambi a Japan Jamaicans left, right, and center in a Ukraine, and every government assist them people. While the bomb drop on you, you have to take time, answer your phone and say, well, you say, Prime Minister, one big bomb just dropped. He said, you have to, we have a process where you can get a loan to come home. We're not in the position right now to assist, but we can give you a loan. So when you say Prime Minister loan, which part will say, go look about it? Yes, that government in the middle of disaster, when bombs, Russian and Ukraine bombs were dropping on Jamaican students, when everybody, every government from every government from every country were rescuing their people. The Prime Minister said, if we don't want to come out of danger, loan government, loan shark government. It's not the first, is it? Loan shark government. Mark Golden did have him and his friend them come together and put too much $1 million to get Jamaican student out of the bombs falling on them. The racism that was licking them left, right, and center while bombs were dropping on them. Food, they were hungry, they were cold. And this loan shark government said to them, the only way your head now go blow off today, you have to borrow from me first. Borrow in a guan round ya. Yeah? Mark Golden, how much million did Mark Golden put up, beat and teach? Remind me. So come Jamaica picnic them, get out of disaster. This loan shark government, with everything you have to borrow, because the government and him crony them have to gain something out of it. What a day it will be when we say handcuff for politician in Jamaica. Them the time I go get in a spirit. We not think them one in a church have spirit yet. Wait until you say handcuff by a politician and stay there. Loan shark government. So it is quite clear now. So if you're in a distress, this government is not the one to help. 10 million Mark Golden put up. I think him and counterparts forget Jamaican picnic. We study medicine. If you come back, come help Jamaica. Wholeness say, you know what? If it's either you deal with the bomb or you deal with the loan, choose. Art Hill in Portland. The resident of Art Hill is protesting. There's protests in Westmoreland. There's protests in Hanover. There was a protest in St. Mary as well. But what I'm pleading to the people of Jamaica is for you to carry out what is called a coordinated protest, where the entire country, every parish in your township, protests on the same day. Protests on the same day. These are the Westmoreland people. But when we do it in this type of isolation, it's not effective as you would want it to be. We cannot take on a government in isolation. Ministry of Big Thiefing said 213 schools suffered damages due to the hurricane. At least, hold on. Its previous assessment that a preliminary assessment following the 3rd of July hurricane showed that at least 100 schools suffered damages, estimated over 779 million. That was the assessment, when it was only 100 schools they thought were damaged. Now it's tallied to 213 schools that were damaged. Imagine the bill. Imagine how much money Favor will have to steal. But I wonder if our schools ever are going to come back to proper repair. Because we know some money love last, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Administrative employees withdraw them service because of their poor working condition. Ministry of Justice. Brenda, how you do? Loan shark government. Beg from the rich and lend to the poor government. Get from the rich and loan to the poor government. Loan shark government. Government will only help your people them can't get from you. They have to borrow. All when you get if you give them loan shark government, then have to come borrow it back from you. What a calamity for Jamaica people. Would you like to call an election prime minister? Because you can't go past next year, September, but we want you out before this year, September. We can't wait. Monkey story. Monkey story. Which teacher I go left come to Jamaica from any foreign country? All if I from Haiti I come from, Master agree. You think Haiti teachers I go come work for the pittance for Jamaica teacher I work for? There's a language barrier anyway. It's the Cuban teachers. Nola Durant, how are you? Nolda Durant. Do you think which country wanna help me to find which country then teacher I go come from now? And the problem is I'm envisioning is a two-tier remuneration system for teachers. Because you can't carry international teacher come teach you for where you pay Jamaicans. And if Jamaicans make you bring in teacher, come pay them over them, China, they ain't function fancy. No, sir. Where you go? Colonization all over again. No, ready to go back to Africa. We might as well go there, so go take the bad treatment in the kind of go terrible in the West, yeah. African people used to things, not because the media dumbed down African people. African people used to things. Them never go come at Bangladesh. Bangladesh and Philippines. Nobody now come at Jamaica. Nobody now left them good country. Come at Jamaica. They can't teach and can't buy lunch. No go so. Favor agreed to give us something to talk about. If this is the distracting story, Favor Williams, y'all go catch hell on fire with this. Because teacher would have to come out and demonstrate. Teacher will have to come out and demonstrate. We don't have a case pack up and go on Africa, go take the bad treatment there. Might as well we take the bad treatment and no say with it somewhere. We can't take bad treatment in a people house. So a people house who live in there, A people tenement yard, bad treatment in a tenement yard. Oh. Bad treatment. Nigeria, India, Philippines. Look here. Nigeria people are very proud people. Nigeria people now come to Jamaica come work for that. I tell you. Sri Lanka. Nigeria people now come to Jamaica come work for that. Me now ask Christ. Nigeria people live bigger than Jamaicans. Nigerian people will have nice things. Them now come to Jamaica come work for them pittance there. You ever see when Nigerians are go shop yet? You come like them and carry home the whole supermarket. Which parties of Jamaica are paying salary The Nigerians carry home an old supermarket with them. You don't ever see when Nigerians are shop. Stay there. Nobody at Fayeval just a look in things we talk about. Them a try this chap with while them a thief the relief money. They will come easy access to the US. Well, if it's a come to move on to somewhere, then we can understand Britain teach, but certainly not come to stay in Jamaica and not come to Hugh Robertson there. A long time I not see Hugh Robertson, you know. Well, go on, Hugh. A long time I not see you. They may come as a pathway to move on to something else, beat and teach, but not to stay. Me not see when nobody would have left their country come to Jamaica come work for, unless y'all go work up in the line, they will all eat the thief unfettered. But if I come to come work for a salary, and if maintain yourself in a Jamaica and send something back home to where you come from, nobody now come for them something them. So I don't believe the little idiot woman. Fayeval is as senile as Joe Biden. Fayeval Williams look as senile as Joe Biden. So when you hear the senile people them come out, come talk the shaggy, when you just say, aye, poor thing, when them I go give up. Lord of mercy. So crime top concern for business and consumers. Since last November, when the Jamaica Labour Party had their annual conference or whatever them call it, the government has been pushing a narrative that crime is down. The exact narrative of the Prime Minister was that murder is down, but violent crime is up. Don't understand what that really means. But ever since that, Denise Hilton, the narrative has been pushed on us that crime is down. Even when you go on Popeye and whoever else page, and you see all these murders are being reported in social media, that doesn't meet mainstream media. Crime, murder is down. Even about in the last 2 weeks, we have 44 murders. And the government still come out and tell us, even though that happened, crime, murder is still 14% down. The fact that they have number, it means I don't understand a word that they're saying. But if the top concern for people, Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, and the Jamaica Labour Party, if crime is top concern for businesses, if it is for consumers, it means it is what they're seeing, experiencing, and hearing, Prime Minister. So, you ought to walk and talk to the thing down. Just so we lose control of the thing, we will understand that. What we will not understand is every time on a open on a mouth, on a convince we say crime down, but every time we open with phone, we see another dead body or many of them. Make it make sense. The up, the down, the underneath there. Make it make sense. But we are not fooled. One thing I can guarantee you, Rosemary Samuels, Christopher Campbell. One thing I can guarantee you, we are not fools. Me know so no think so. Me know so no feel so and believe so. But we are telling Uno, we are not. Uno, I mistake the thing. They say, Uno know who are they? They say August 5th set as electricity restoration date for areas worst affected by burial. That means South Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Clarendon, and all of them places. Remember the date, because when the date comes, we will go back to the story. We may want to know what was Diane Simmet's last word, or we would want to know, is the entire country back on power, or there's others who have to wait further. But let us wait until the 5th of the day before in the what's it ends? The dance. The day before the dance. So let's wait. Well, give them time, you know. When them ask for time, give them the time. Sit down and wait. But Prime Minister, I will come back tonight to you and your gang in Kingston 11. The Pilly Blackses and the Robert Whiteses and the Gully Bulls and the Blackwood and the Helmet Head and all of those gangster police, Prime Minister, that you used to terrorize the Mall Road community. All those gangster police, Prime Minister, that you use to intimidate people who are not of your political persuasion. We're going to come back to you tonight. But thank you all very much for being here. Summer in a Britain today. I got go ride this morning already. I'm going to see me start a little bit late. And I'm going to bathe now and go back up and go sit down and take sunbath. So I can't stay there. Me now make Roy Forrester wholeness. Roy Forrester the weatherman. Me now make Roy Forrester the weatherman stop me, Daisy Magazine. How you do? Me now make Roy Forrester the weatherman stop me from enjoying myself, because now that I see why the Prime Minister was running around with you and read the weather, because the Prime Minister licking finger because he knows money did it. Popcorn said trouble did it, but wholeness said money did it. Pauline Dixon, you have to go draw back the thing and watch from the start. Yes, Sonia Foster, sun nice out of door today. And me, now make Roy Forrester wholeness. Tap me, and go have fun. So me, I go the today, go sunbath, because we don't have much of it left. And it has been really playing dilly-dallyings with us. Nothing this government say that can believe. Pure misinformation and lies. Fake news. Fake news government. Loan shark. The new name for this government is fake news and loan shark government. When you're in a disaster, be sure that this Jamaican Labour Party will lend you money to further your way out of any disaster that you find yourself in. Good morning and good afternoon from Global Television. Join us back right here later, where we continue to ask the world, how much interest do we have to pay on the donated loan? Good morning.